All right. Good morning, good afternoon, beautiful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. This is Expose News TV, and once again, I welcome you to my wonderful YouTube platform. So, if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful YouTube channel, please make sure you do the needful, and you know the needful. Make sure, first of all, you subscribe to this channel, and secondly, share our video to as many groups, to as many platforms as possible, as we continue to give you more updated news and information on everything will happen for Biafran territory. Now let us go straight up to the issue on ground, because a lot of things has been happening in Biafran land. Yesterday, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was in an exclusive interview. I call it an exclusive interview, where he, showed that he is not just an ordinary man who is seeking for Biafran freedom. There is more to him, and that thing that makes him, spectacular is the fact that the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa does not care who you are. The Prime Minister Simon Ekpa do not give a damn about you and whatever you stand for. The reality is that the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa will always do the needful, to fight for the freedom of his people. He knows and he feels that he is fighting for a just cause, and that is why he is making sure that he maintains his steels. Yes, he is maintaining his steels despite all said and done. He is maintaining his steels despite all the calamitous and atrocious lies that they are peddling, around him. The reality is that Simon Ekpa is a gem, and that is just the truth of the matter. On other news today, also in Biafran land, we have the incidents of the Biafran resistant fighter, taking hold of one of the deadliest spot, or the strongest checkpoint in Biafran land. They disseminated it, they raised it down, and they took over that area. For those of you who still continue to argue with your ancestors that there is no WAR happening in Biafran land, the reality is that instead of you to join hand to work with the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa in order to secure, the freedom, you're busy fighting a man who has shown and proven that he is the only hope currently. Let me tell you, it is because of the efforts that the Prime Minister has put on the zoo government. That is the major reason why they've not even fired Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think that they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alive? Do you think? No, they don't want him. But most of you claim that you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but yet you hate what the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku is doing. Tell me where he's doing it wrongly. Then I'll prove to you that you are wrong. You are just hating a man who is doing the needful. 50 million Biafrans have shown their support and love for Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and yet you feel that you Okadamacha, that your own is the most relevant. You're busy working with the so-called DOS, who the only thing they've gained since the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is to bring up propaganda and to defend the zoo terrorist army. Well done and kudos to you. But meanwhile, that is not what we're talking about. Let us listen to this particular part of this wonderful exclusive interview. Enjoy.
And rendition to Nigeria on June 27th, 2021. Our next guest has assumed the leadership of the Biafra movement from Helsinki, Finland. Some say he has taken the movement in a different direction. On December 2nd, 2024, he plans to declare once again the Republic of Biafra. Today, I'm pleased to welcome to the show Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. Mazi Simon, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, good evening, Mr. Rudolph, Dr. Rudolph. Thank you for inviting me today.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we're happy to have you today. Let me get first the elephant in the room out of the way, which is that when you put out the notice that you were coming on the show, a lot of your people were against you coming. They said things like that you shouldn't come here to grace this platform, that I'm a nefulefu, that I felt that they must love you so much. They are protecting you from what?
Well, these are people who have gone through a lot, and because you, as a Biafran, and I believe that if Biafra become an independent state today, you cannot be, ostracized from being a Biafran, right? So
Yeah.
by that, automatically you fall into Biafra. So, and for people like you that have platforms, which should be in the forefront of this freedom movement, and you are not doing enough according to them. So they believe that, I shouldn't come here. But, as a leader, I think differently, and I make decisions differently. So I am here also for their best interest. It is because we need to, we have somehow our outreach using our media, and it is time, I believe, we should also embrace other media platforms that have not been preaching Biafra. So I think my coming here today is for their best interest as well, and that's what makes me a leader. So I think differently from them. So it is very important that when those are agitating that I shouldn't come here, I will explain to them later on why it is important that I'm here. And then also, I'm going to be extending my hands of fellowship and open arm to every other despised media platform. I want to be there. So, because it is the right time to talk to people who may have seen our agitation on liberation of Biafra differently. So they need to be educated. So it is important that I'm here to talk to different audience.
Thank you. Thank you so much. On my part, I also have to say that when I put out that you were coming, a lot of people felt that I shouldn't bring you here. So I have the same pressure that you have from my own people. But I think my job is to facilitate conversation across every platform, different groups. It doesn't mean that we have to only facilitate conversation with people we agreed with. All right, Let's get into that. Something happened in America last Tuesday. There was an election and Trump won. I know that you are in support of Trump. And how do you feel about the outcome of that election?
Very, very happy because, as a matter of fact, I was among international politicians to openly and publicly endorse Donald Trump election. So I'm happy. He needed to come and save the world.
Now, before I go in deep into that, how do you think it's going to help your quest for Biafra?
Well, the United States has a very important role to play in global peace. And what Biafra is doing today is to bring peace and restore stability in Sahel region. So I believe that it is for the interest of America, it is for the interest of the West, and at the same time for Biafra and African interest. So I believe that the foreign policy of Donald Trump will facilitate the restoration of peace and stability in the Sahel by listening to Biafra people.
Now, there's this story that came out, I think, 2 days ago, that the chief of staff of Donald Trump, incoming president, Susie Wiles, that she worked for the Biafra movement as a lobbyist in Washington, D.C. Is that true?
Well, in 2019, I just joined the Biafra movement. So what I would say is that it is a good thing for the fact that we have somebody who already have idea and knowledge about the plight of the Biafra people. She may not be currently representing Biafra, but at least she has been educated, and she once, was in forefront of educating the policymakers in the United States. So it's a very good plus to the Biafra cause.
All right. So, but you don't know whether she's currently on your own group, whether you are paying.
It doesn't matter whether she is currently in the Biafra movement or not. She is now the chief of staff of the United States, and we must respect that particular office and allow her to concentrate on the United States. The appointments that shall be given by the president-elect. So let us not drag her into the Biafra controversy and all that. So the point is that her firm have represented the Biafra movement in the past, in 2019, and my happiness is that she is well grounded on the issue of Biafra. That's enough.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now let's go straight to what is happening on December the 2nd. What are you planning to do?
Well, Dr. Rudolph, Biafra has come a very long way, and everybody has their way of agitating and pushing the movement for the freedom of Biafra. You will agree with me that Nigeria is not working. Nigeria will never work. And so what we try to do is to bring alternative to our people. And it is the Biafra people first before any other Nigerian. So we are moving Biafra people forward, securing their future. And the only way to do that is that we need a separate independent state where we can govern ourselves the way we want. And where we can put a policy that will help our people to develop and compete among nations. So in Nigeria, that opportunity is not possible. In Nigeria, the innovativeness of the Biafra people and their career are getting killed by the Nigeria system. So we need a better system and a different system entirely that will allow our people to develop themselves and compete among nations. So what we're doing in Finland is a part of the generating a document, a legal document, which is going to be a base for the pursuit for the recognition of independence of Biafra to be recognized as a sovereign state. So that's what we plan to do. And you know that we have been conducting self-referendum, which is still ongoing. It's going to end on the 28th of November. And this self-referendum, as of today, has recorded over 50 million votes. It is both online voting and physical voting. So, so far, from the record we have from the official that are responsible, we have, recorded over 50 million votes. So this vote now will be one of the legal ground to give the Biafra government in exile and the de facto government a mandate to restore the lost sovereign state of Biafra. Just like every other nation have done it in the past. For example, Lithuania and co have one time lost their sovereignty. So Biafra also lost their sovereignty to Nigeria state by force, by the barrels of the gun. So today we are here to restore it. And what is happening in Finland is not declaration of Biafra, but declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra. Because Biafra has been declared and recognized in 1967, and recognized by different countries. So that sovereignty were forcefully, lost, and Nigeria took it back. So we are here to restore it back because after that war, nothing has changed. Actually, the reason for the war has escalated, and the issue and the cases are completely different today. Worse than what it were before the war.
Okay. Referendum. You said the results are showing. What are the results? What are they showing? How many?
Like I said, it is not yet conclusive.
They've not opened the envelope.
But we know from the record that it is over 50 million.
People in Nigeria, how did they vote?
We have been posting the videos of the voting. One thing that people don't know is that, first of all, I would like to educate those who may have not paid attention because of propaganda of the Nigerian media and those pushing it. Biafra today has a de facto government, functioning de facto government in the homeland. And in this de facto government, we have 40 United States of Biafra. In this 40 United States of Biafra, each state has 15 counties. In each county, you have 5 districts. In each state, we have 75 districts. And in this district, we have head of district. In these counties, we have head of county. And then we have, in this state, we have the administrator, which is equivalent to governor. So this is what a lot of people don't actually know. So when they see the result of our activities in Biafra land, they are surprised and shocked how Simon Ekpa is doing this from Finland, because we control the Biafra land from grassroots. So the government is already in the grassroots. So every community knows who is their county leader. Every county knows who is their county leader and who are the executive in the counties. And so with this particular structure, we are able to conduct this referendum, and people are fiscally voting. And of course, it may also shock you that the reason we have succeeded so far in the civil disobedience is also because of the structure, the strong, we are able to conduct this referendum, and people are fiscally voting. And of course, it may also shock you that the reason we have succeeded so far in the civil disobedience is also because of the structure, the strong grassroots structure that we have, which Nigeria, know, but of course, I don't want to tell the other citizens who are able to understand why every effort to stop the sit-at-home has failed. They tell you it is because people are getting killed and stuff like that. It's a lie. It's because we have a very structure, from the grassroots.
All right, we are going to get into the sit-at-home and everything else, but explain this for me. Let me understand. So the administrators in 40 states in Biafra land today.
Yes, there are 40 administrators. There are in each state. There are 15 county head. In each county, there are 5 district head, and there are other, the chain of leadership and all that from the state down to the district level.
Do these people interact with people? Do they know them?
Of course. They are completely in charge of Biafra land. That's what is going on.
So if I call Ebonyi State now, I can get the names of people.
You may not get the name of anybody in Ebonyi State unless you are into the struggle.
Okay. So what about people who are not into the struggle? How did they vote?
Well, those who are not into the struggle are not necessarily going to vote. These are the people, the few percentage of the people making noise on social media. But those who are in the struggle are voting massively. If you look at the videos we are posted on social media, you will see crowd that will shock you. Yeah, even more organized and better organized than Nigeria election. You can agree with me if you have come across the videos.
Yeah, but for you to now say that the Biafrans all voted and this is the percentage that supported it, wouldn't it be good that everybody had a chance?
Well, that is the point. We gave everybody the opportunity to vote. But at the same time, because this is a struggle and we are in a very fragile state, so we make it possible for people to vote online, right? And then in a struggle like this, you have to also be very security conscious, considering the fact that Nigeria is a terrorist state that kills people who agitate and do protest. So we don't want to endanger the life of our people, by trying to prove that everybody has to participate. Everybody must not participate. Even in the Nigeria general election, not everybody voted, and somebody is still a president. So we don't need to prove, everybody that Biafra have participated. Those who believe in Biafra should participate, and they participated, and they are still participating because the vote is still ongoing to the 28th of November.
What about people abroad? You mean in New York here, there are people?
Yes. Everybody is voting online. Those of Biafrans abroad are voting online. And we created a voting system using the Google platform.
And you have a way of verifying that these people voting there.
Yes, we verify. And of course, like those who want to dispute, who want to argue, we give them opportunity to conduct their own referendum on behalf of Biafra people.
All right, this is interesting. Now let's also look at another thing. You have a new constitution that just came up.
Yes.
How was it? Who wrote the constitution? How did
the constitution was drafted by the representative from the entire 40 states of Biafra. So we have people, every state volunteered the people to participate in writing the constitution. And that is that is some of the problem or the confusion that people don't actually understand. Everybody must not be part of the constitution at this point, but those who believe in the struggle presented and volunteered to be part of the struggle, part of the constitution. And so that's how we arrive at the constitution that is still open for amendment. You know, constitution is never complete.
So you have the names of the people that drafted it. Do we know?
Yeah, we have the names of the people that drafted the constitution. And then also,
is it
listen, it is not only the constitution, as a matter of fact. We have what we call the Declaration Drafting Committee. The Declaration Drafting Committee also cut across board from all states, people volunteered to be part of the drafting committee. So that you bring your idea. Of course, not everybody's input will be taken, but it has to be somehow consolidated into the declaration. So the declaration itself is like a document where we have we try to bring in every idea, every grievances that Biafra people who are representing their different states brought into the committee. So we try to bring everything together, and there are different kind of grievances that we are on that ground. The declaration of the restoration of independence state of Biafra is happening in this December. So what we are doing is to carry everybody who believe in this Biafra government along. We don't need to go and drag people who don't believe in the government. So you have to, first of all, believe in the government, volunteer to be part of what we're doing, and you're welcome. So we are not discriminating anybody or pushing anybody away. So those who believe in what we are doing are part and parcel of it.
Now, the states, back to the states. Did you go beyond, because I get a lot of comments about to meet him. I listened to him attentively. I still remember him bragging about how he would return the state of Biafra, myself, visited the United States. I traveled from Boston to New Jersey to meet him.
Biafra struggle even before I came in. So I told them to bring in the structure that they have, and we start working on that. So it is every state brought in their state map. They brought in their state structure. It is not my making. So what I did was to harness the already made structure from the 1967 down to Owazurike Mosob, down to IPOB, and to what we're doing now. So we consolidated everything and make it to be more, organized structure as it is today. So it is not my making. It is the making of the people. Every state brought their structure, brought their county structure, brought their district structure, and that's why it is called, it's going to be the Confederated State of Biafra, because we're going to practice confederation, where these states who brought in their state structure are going to be on their own.
So what about people who are saying they don't want to have anything to do with Biafra?
That is part of life, and it's part of democracy. Even in Nigeria, when Nigeria was fighting for independence, North didn't want to go to be independent, right? But today they are the one who enjoy it most. So we are not bothered about those who say they don't want to be part of Biafra. They are just a few individuals, just like 1% or even 0.0% of people hijacked Nigeria and impoverish everybody today. So those people saying they don't want to be part of Biafra, are they enjoying the killings in Nigeria? The answer is no. So we don't actually care about what they say. That's why we have gone this far. Because few people cannot hold everybody hostage.
Mm. You are following the trial of Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. What do you make of how it's going?
I don't believe in Nigeria system, in court system. Nigeria doesn't have a court. Nigeria doesn't have a judiciary. So, and that's why I don't know whether you are aware, we have actually banned anything judiciary under Nigeria in Biafra territory, and they are folding up. So if you are not aware of that, I want to make it clear today. We are going to lock them indefinitely, and they will never come back until Biafra become an independent state. After the 2nd of December declaration, we start to pursue the legitimacy of Biafra. Nigeria court system and judiciary can never ever function again in Biafra land. It's a threat and a promise.
How is that going to happen? How are you going to do
it? It is already happening. Are you not seeing them folding up? That is to show you that the Biafra have taken over their land. Our plan is to delegitimize Nigeria from the Biafra territory, little by little, step by step, stage by stage, and that is happening. So the judiciary is the next, because judiciary in Nigeria has contributed to the entire anarchy you see today. The insecurity you see today is the judiciary. The instability you see today is the judiciary. The banditry, terrorism you see today is the judiciary. They have not done anything that will bring justice, fairness, and equity. So we don't need those kind of systems in our land. So, and if you're asking me how we're going to do that, we're already doing it. You see, they are folding up. That land belongs to us. And Nigeria has been rejected by the people. Over 50 million has given us the mandate to chase away Nigeria from our land. So, however we're going to do it is what the government will decide. And we're doing it the way we want.
Okay. You know that you are on the list of most wanted people in Nigeria.
That is a badge of honor. I am very, very happy that I am in the list, because if I am not in the list, I would have regretted ever even getting involved in Biafra. So it's a badge of, it's the highest honor I have received in my life.
Now, people say, I played the video earlier in the introduction when Nnamdi said that if they don't give us Biafra, that Somalia will be better than Nigeria. And people say that what you have achieved is to turn some parts of Igbo land to look like Somalia. That Lagos is not like Somalia, that Abuja is not like Somalia, but Owerri, Olu area, basically is like Somalia. What do you say?
So let me address you. Now, did you see the poverty rate in the world? Where is Somalia placed in the list?
It should be at the bottom also. Like
no, I want you to tell us.
I can find it.
Where is Nigeria and Somalia?
Nigeria is at the bottom too. Yeah.
So in the list now, is Nigeria up or down?
Down.
Yeah, so it's already it doesn't necessarily mean.
But it
does not actually mean that they're going to be shooting gun like in Somalia. Somalia already overtake Nigeria in a better scale. Nigeria is down in poverty level. So how do you
Mazi, they're serious. Let me give you these are serious things. I have a friend here in America who lost his father 2 years ago from Olo area, and lost a brother early this year. And none of them, they've not been able to do any funeral because nobody can go home.
Okay.
And there are so many places like that in the Southeast. Is that a good thing?
Well, I should be asking you, how are the burial taking place in other parts of Nigeria?
No, the way people are reading this, they are saying that it's a consequence of this confrontation with the Nigerian authorities.
So how is this confrontation making people not to have burial in Biafra land? Can you explain?
Because it's not safe. That's what they said. That's why he hasn't
gone.
Who
is making it not to be safe? Why are you laughing? No, I want to. You say this is a discussion, right?
No, we're having a conversation.
If you cannot answer, let me explain.
I want you to tell me.
You want to answer?
No, this is what they said. This is what they said.
Okay, so this is what they say. But what about you? What about you? What about your opinion? What do you think is the reason for not having burial?
No, I don't have. I go home. I don't have.
Okay, so can I explain now? Can I explain the reason?
Yeah, give us the reason.
All right. The reason is because the Nigerian terrorist army and police have been killing our people for many years, even before I joined the Biafra struggle. They killed them in Aba, where they went to pray, and over 150 officially was announced. Over 150 people were killed in cold blood. Nobody asked question. Nobody, was held responsible until today. They went to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house, bombed everywhere, killed people there. Nobody was arrested. Nobody was held accountable. They went to Èkpá and killed, and these people they are killing never raised a gun against them, right? They were only having flag. They killed in Enugu. They killed in Ebonyi. So When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, they went to Kenya to kidnap him against international law, and I took over from there. And do you know what I said in the first place? I said, under my leadership in this Biafra movement, you can never kill Biafra again and go free in Biafra land. So I raised an army called the Biafra Liberation Army to confront these killers. And you know, these killers, some of them are repentant Boko Haram. So they recruit them, push them to Biafra land, and people are not talking about that. And when they go to villages, they open RPG or GPMG, and they start spraying bullets. Even fowls are getting killed. So I said, under my leadership, under this Biafra movement, Nigeria can never kill any Biafra again and live to tell the story. So we raised the Biafra Liberation Army to deal with them, and they are neutralizing them. So when they neutralize them, what do? They will come after the villagers. And let me tell you, is that the kind of country you want to be proud of, where you have people carrying guns, defending their land, and instead of them to go after those people that are defending the land, they will go against innocent people. These are the reasons why people are not coming for burial. So tell it the way it is. So, and it is not my fault. It is not my fault. It is not the fault of Biafra. It is the fault of the Nigerian terrorist army, who cannot confront the Biafra Liberation Army, but confront innocent people. And why they are doing it is so that we lay down our guns. And that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you, that knowing that this is how they operate, if we believe the story you just told, this is how they operate. The question is the best thing to continue to have them kill villagers if we believe this story?
We are neutral. Believe me, there is no any other better way. This is the best way. If you have any other better way, tell me. The better way is what we are doing now is the better way. When they come to kill our people, we kill them first. And if they come, we will resist them as much as we can. And let me tell you, it will continue like that until none of them will be in Biafra land. It is called attrition. War of attrition. You know, the chief of army staff said that what they are fighting is called the jungle warfare and asymmetric warfare. No, I am not fighting asymmetric warfare with them. I am defending Biafra people, and what we have actually declared now is war of attrition. Go and Google it. It is, you are going to be fighting until nobody is remaining, and it is not going to be on our side. They are running away. You know the kind of atrocities people have committed in our land? Is that how to run a government? A government that will come and you don't go after people carrying arms, which you invited with your actions and atrocities. You go after on armed innocent women and children. Is that the kind of government you want to support? So we know what we are doing now is what we are going to do. And like I said, they should go and Google war of attrition. We will fight this war with them until we know who is going to give up.
When I interviewed Nnamdi Kanu in 2019, I asked him, how many people have you lost? The question was how many? He said thousands. Let me ask you the same question. Since this started, how many soldiers, let me use the word, the Biafran, your own soldiers, have you lost?
If we lost people, you see them on social media. Now they are posting some of the people they are claiming to be. We don't lost soldiers. I have to be very sincere with you. We don't lost soldiers. They know it. Let me tell you, we are fighting a very different war with Nigeria terrorist state. And they are confessing. Have you ever, in the history of Nigeria, have you ever, even during the war, it was only during the war, actually, that the issue of Biafra was discussed at the National Assembly, and the entire security chief are crying. We are training, I have a military experience. We are training the Biafra fighters, and they are engaging Nigeria in a very systematic war that they have never fought before. And you see, I didn't say it. You can hear it from the horse's mouth. Musa have cried several times. And let me tell you, if they think that in self-defense is a crime, they should go and read international law. Because the point is that nomadic system have taken over and nobody is thinking correctly in Nigeria anymore. You come and kill people and expect them to defend themselves. We are defending ourselves. And like I said, if I have access to bomb today that will go to Aso Rock, I will first of all engage Aso Rock. But until then.
How many people, not soldiers now, regular people have died?
They should give you that report. They are the government now. They should give you how many people they have killed. Right? They are the one who killed the people. And all we do is to defend them. So they should tell us how many Biafra women and children have been killed. Because at least you have never had in anywhere, in any news, the Biafra Liberation Army invaded the village and killed everybody there, just like we see in the north and see in the other part of Nigeria. But the military are the one killing. We saw them how they kill people in the Onokoma community. They're born everywhere. Nobody is talking. So when they say that people kill soldier in Ukoma, nobody know what led to killing of the soldier in Ukoma. But you know what? Everybody was proudly saying, "Oh, the military will come and burn this." We don't want to be part of a such system where they will not go after criminals. They will come to where a crime was committed and they go after innocent people. That kind of system should be abolished. And that's what we are abolishing by pulling out Biafra from that Islamic terrorist state.
The sit at home every Monday that you support, how has it been helping?
The sit at home is has been very successful. What people don't know is that when we started the sit at home, because the point is that they don't know why. They don't know why we keyed into the sit at home very much. It is going to achieve or have actually achieved several things. One is that it crushes the economy of Nigeria.
Nigeria. Wait, hold on.
Nigeria, I'm telling you, Nigeria.
Yes. Nigeria.
Not Eastern Nigeria, Nigeria. If you know the point, if you listen to Akpabio, as dumb as he is, he said that the sit at home is affecting everybody in Nigeria. And nobody is paying attention to that. They have lied and used to propaganda to say, "Oh, is the economy in the East?" What have the economy in the East done for over 50 years? Nothing. Now, let me explain. I'm still explaining the sit at home. Now, it crushes the economy of Nigeria. Two, we are delegitimizing Nigeria government from Biafra land because it is one of the ways to prove that they have no control over the people. Three, they have also that sit at home that demonstrated that they have lost legitimacy over the Biafra people. You don't know what is happening. So you are very close to Sowore. You should ask Sowore, why did he say that the Southeast has, systematically left Nigeria? It is because of the sit at home, because they have lost control over the people and they're listening to only Biafra government. It's a pathway to our freedom. And now we are, and let me also explain to you that we are using four different mechanisms and different approach to fight this freedom, which has never been done in the past. One is the political approach. Two is the diplomatic approach. Three is the armed struggle self-defense approach. And four is the civil disobedience, which sit at home is part of it. So these four different mechanisms is what we are using to delegitimize and fight Nigeria to our freedom. And it's working perfectly.
The local women who cannot go to the market, the students who cannot go to school, the workers who cannot go to their offices, the businesses that are leaving the East to move to other places, who is paying the price for that?
They have a better business ahead of them. The students have a better school to attend in future. What we are doing is a price they have to pay. It's a price for freedom. Freedom does not come free of charge. So we understand all this nonsense Nigeria is saying. Nigeria will tell you, "Oh, your business is being destroyed. Oh, your school." Ask yourself, those people that went to school for over 50 years ago, what have they done with education? Nothing. So we are going to bring alternative education that will work for them. So they have to pay the price of not going to school if they have to not go at this point. And those who don't go to market have to also pay the price of not going to market. Because I believe they will not prefer to have a bomb being thrown in every market every day. Because it's happening in somewhere else in order to get freedom. So we are not going to that particular fight or defense at this point. At least nobody is there, even though they are throwing bomb in Imo State. I don't know whether you're aware of that. They are bombing and all that. We are fighting them with our anti-aircraft. Even though our anti-aircraft may not be the modern, sophisticated anti-aircraft, but it is doing something. At least they don't fly 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes, and they will run away. So these people that are complaining about school, they should give us a break. It is the price that these people have to pay. Those people complaining about not going to shop or stuff like that, they have other days to go to shop. Every Monday is a sacrifice that we have made to make sure that we speak to the entire world and prove that Nigeria have no control over Biafra territory. That's what we want to achieve, nothing else on that particular civil disobedience.
Now, Igbo people at home, they say that people like you abroad, you are enjoying your life. They see videos of you dancing, drinking. they say, why is it that they are the ones paying the price? People in Lagos, people in Abuja, Igbo people, they are not.
There should be more worried that I left those particular enjoyment that I'm doing, including going to club that I used to go, including all the enjoyment I used to travel everywhere. I'm not doing that anymore for them. So they should be more concerned that why should I live all this life I was living? Why should I not just enjoy myself? Because I have conscience. I have come to this country not by my power, but God brought me here so that I will live and bring something back home. And I don't want to bring politics back home. I don't want to bring anything. I want to bring freedom back home. Because many people travel abroad and all they do is that, I want to bring something back home. Ask them, what do you want to bring back home in Nigeria? How many Nigerians have traveled abroad, studied, become PhD professor, they went back home? What has been their contribution in Nigeria system? Nothing. If you go there, the Nigeria kills you. The system kills you. You can never, even if you are a saint, once you go to Nigeria, you get corrupt. So I did not come here to learn politics, to learn something to bring back to Nigeria so that Nigeria will corrupt me. I decided to bring freedom to my people because that's what they need most.
When you see Nnamdi Kanu appear in court and say that he would like the sit at home to end, do you ignore that, or do you? I
ignore that.
Why?
Because he's not a free man.
So what will it make you believe what he's saying?
He just played his voice when he was a free man talking with you. So what you heard in the court, does it sound the same? I will listen to him when he becomes a free man. I'm not only a free man, no. He has to come to Finland and sit one-on-one with me before I can listen to him. That is my condition. Because the reason why he is being incarcerated today is because of what I'm doing. It's because of the Biafra. So he cannot be captured because I know the reason they captured him is to end Biafra, and then you expect me to dance to their tune. It's not possible. Even if I bring him out today and he stay in Nigeria there and say, Simon Ekpa, stop, I'm not going to stop.
So are you planning to go back to Nigeria? People say that...
I don't go to Nigeria, I go to Biafra.
Yeah, but are you planning to go to Biafra?
Of course, I will go to Biafra. I will go to Biafra. Why am I fighting? I will go to Biafra to be part of building a system that will work for everybody.
When?
When Biafra is recognized.
By
international community, by UN and all other.
Now, if an American official who is sympathetic to your cause, the Biafran issue, hear you speak, do you think that they will be inclined to openly come out and say we support people?
They don't need to openly come out. They should. Most of them I have had meeting one-on-one with them, and the way I talk with them is differently from the way I talk here. So they listen to me and they buy the idea.
How do you talk with them?
I talk with them presidentially. Because of course, when I'm here, that I'm talking with my people. When I talk with them, I talk differently. So, and when I talk with them, I present Biafra as a solution, which is the way it is. I present Biafra as a solution to restore peace and stability. That is the only way to restore peace, because what you see today, the Islamic movement happening today, from the Sahel down to the entire Nigeria region, interest is tied to Biafra territory.
Now, not beyond the way you talk to them, what about what you do? Like things you celebrate on your social media?
It's my personal life, because I'm...
No, I don't mean dancing. I mean, okay. Like when there are military officers killed,
Are you not seeing military officers killed in Ukraine being posted by Israel, or the terrorists killed in Gaza being posted by Israel defense?
So you think it's okay?
It's okay. That is the only way to show the enemy that you are dealing with them.
All right. At this point, let's take a break. We'll come back. When we come back, I'll play some videos, get you a reaction to the videos, and then we are going to invite people who are watching to join us in this conversation with the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in Exile. We'll be right back.
Yeah.